I come on live, don't I? Howdy doody. Oh, hello everybody. This was a split second decision to come on here this morning. Oh, I'm waking up extremely slow. Waking up extremely slow. It's one of those mornings where I didn't wake up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I always hope for one of those mornings, you know what I mean? But the way the energies are here lately, you never really know. Especially if you are a starseed. You never know what you're going to be doing while you're asleep, you know? So I woke up very much like, I got this thing though. For those of you who are new here, I've talked about this before, but there's this thing in my brain. And you know what, actually, it's probably just my pineal gland. It's probably all it is. But I got this thing in my brain that as soon as my eyes register light, I'm up. I'm up. And I didn't realize it, but come to think of it, I have heard that that's the way your pineal gland's supposed to function, but other people don't seem to function that way. So I just always thought it was weird that whenever my eyes just, as soon as they register light through the crack of the window, boom, I'm up, you know? I mean, I want to be up. I may be like, oh, I may be like half-ass up, but I'm up. You know what I mean? So here we are. Here I am. I just figured this right here will go ahead and wake me the rest of the way up. So go ahead and wake me the rest of the way up so that I can get up, get pumped, and get ready for the day. Hello, everybody. Let's see who we got in here. Kay, Michelle, Jackie, Cindy, Eli. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Appreciate it. What's that? Astro Geek? Oh, one of my moderators. Cool. Yeah, we might need you in here. I don't know. Might need moderators this morning. You never really know. Lisa Silva. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank you. Y'all showed up quick, man. Y'all showed up with the quickness. I would love to say that I have something interesting to talk about, but I really don't. I really wanted to, like, when I do this, honestly, you all, people say, oh, you helped me so much. You helped me. Y'all help me. You know that? This helps get my brain fired up, you know, because I can, if I accidentally slip into it, be one lazy son of a bitch and just be an airhead. I could just end up sitting there staring at the wall or my phone or out the window and just space out. And that's what I've been doing all morning. Anyway, what's up, y'all? How you doing? More energy's coming in this week. Man. All right. It's cool and all. I mean, I can't really complain about the energies coming in. I mean, it's my responsibility to be up to date, you know what I mean, with my software. This is just very unprecedented shit, I guess. We don't know really. You just got to ride the waves, man. You just got to ride the waves. There is no way to fully prepare yourself for something unprecedented. Not really. That's why a lot of times, what do I say? Plan the best you can to keep your radar on. You know, pay very close attention to the unexpected. Very close attention. We tend to get, and I do it too. When I say we, I mean we. I do this shit too. We tend to get too wrapped up in what we think is supposed to happen or the way we think things should happen. You know, we tend to get too wrapped up in that. Me too. Me too. I'm no different. But I do feel like I have, I don't know if it's a spirit guide or just some other little force in the back of my mind that's constantly like, hey, don't try to plan for nothing, you know. Relax, practice what you preach. And it's easier said than done, I know. Much easier said than done. Anyway, though, if we got some new energies coming in this week, okay, bring it on then. The only thing for me is that, in a way, I kind of miss having a brainless job, you know? I kind of miss that in a way. I'm not ungrateful for where I am in life. I just, sometimes I kind of, man, back in the good old days when I didn't need my brain for anything and I was just doing dummy work, it just seems like there was an element to life that was a little bit easier because now what I do for a living, I need this thing, you know? I don't use this thing for everything. Obviously, I have to know when to turn this thing off, you know, because this thing can get in the way. But I do need this thing, you know? It is a tool that I need for what I do for a living. And when this thing's all cloudy and foggy, I flip a card and I throw it on the table and I'm like, I don't even know what that card means. I don't even know. It's just, you may as well just throw a piece of paper on the table, you know? I don't know. And it can get rough, man. It can get rough. Yeah, a lot of us are not well, I think. Or maybe we are, though. Maybe we'll look back and be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And here's my thing, too. One thing that I always look forward to, and it keeps me going, too, on those bad days. When I say bad days, I don't mean something bad's happening. I mean, this in here isn't reacting very well. You know what I mean? This thing in here is just clogged up. On those kind of days, I always think to myself, well, the law of balance is still in effect. So if I'm having a really bad day, I know that means that a really, really good day is going to follow, you know? And those are the days I look forward to. I love that. And hey, I've been working on something to where I'm working on learning how to flip that switch on command, you know? And it can be challenging, but you know those days where you wake up, I don't know about you, but this happens to me. I'll wake up and just as soon as my eyes pop open, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. You know, and it's just, you feel good. You feel that surge of, I feel good. Life is good. Let's do this, you know? And there's those days like this morning where I'm like, you know what I mean? And they're kind of, you can't really predict them, but I'm working on figuring out how to flip that little switch. Check this out. This is so weird. And it's so simple too. So simple. And most of you have probably heard something along the lines of this recommended or suggested before, but I've actually been really, really working hard on actually putting it to work. Like on those days, man, where this thing right here just isn't firing right, and it's just not wanting to compute and not wanting to participate in everything, you know. I'll start saying to myself, I am so excited. I am happy. I'm so excited. I'm pumped. I'm energized. I'm excited, you know, and obviously at the time I'm really not, but I'm feeling around for that switch. I'm feeling around for it in there. I am so excited. I'm so happy. I'm so pumped. I'm feeling good, man. I'm in a good mood. I'm feeling energized, and I just keep saying that to myself in my head over and over and over. And one thing that I've noticed, and then once I release it and let it go, within a matter of about 10 minutes after that, I start feeling excited and pumped. Like, yeah, all right, let's do this. Is it, you know what I mean? And I'm like, it seems to be kind of working. Seems to be kind of working, you know what I mean? I've been really, because you know, usually whenever somebody suggests or recommends something like that, it just sounds so cheesy that we're like, yeah, whatever. I'm not doing that. Because we just want to let that negativity voice run the show, you know? Whenever we're in one of those negative moods. When I say a negative mood, what I'm talking about are those days where nothing bad is going on. Nothing. Nothing's going wrong. Things don't really go wrong in my life. Not really. Not really. They don't. I mean, my life is very, very smooth. We just all have those days where this thing isn't wanting to, you know, and I'm just in a bad mood. Just in no reason. No reason. Nothing's going wrong. Everything's peaceful. Everything's quiet. Leah's in a great mood. But this thing right here will just be firing on fumes for some reason, you know? And then how do I flip that switch? We all wish that we had a happy switch. Well, I think we do. I think we do have a happy switch, but I think what the problem is most of us don't even go looking for it because that negative voice steals control of the whole fucking show. You know, we got to be that other voice that comes in and arm wrestles that negative voice. That's tough, man. But I've been here over the past month or two. You know, all the energy's going wacky and crazy. I've really been working on arm wrestling that negative voice whenever I'm in one of those moods. You know what I mean? That's what you got to do. You can't let that negative voice win, man. You can't. You can't. You got to separate yourself from it. And it's funny. I'd never really pictured it like that before. That really just popped in my head right now, live. That it feels like an arm wrestling match is what it feels like. You know, the positive, happy voice just feels just so defeated and so like, I'm just defeated and I'm done. And you gotta get back up. That light, that positive voice in there, you gotta get back up and arm wrestle that negative voice. Bam, you know, and I've been working on that. It seems to be working. It seems to be working. I've been noticing it's tough. I'm not saying it's easy, but try it. Y'all try it, I'm telling you. The next time you find yourself in one of those moods where you're just saying, man, my vibe sucks right now. It just sucks. I'm just not feeling life today. I'm just not feeling doing nothing. I'm not feeling existing. I'm angry and everything's irritating you and every little thing is annoying. You know, those days, catch yourself. Catch yourself. Catch it. Be like, I am excited. I am happy. I'm energized. And for me, it feels weird. It feels real weird. It's like, you know, because that negative voice is arm wrestling you. It's winning. But I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm energized. I'm feeling good today. I'm happy. And I just do it and do it and do it and do it and then release it and let it go. And then I'll start to notice my mood slowly creeping up. Slowly creeping up. It's pretty cool, man. Pretty neat. I don't know. That could just be like kindergarten talk to some of you. I really don't know, but it's just something I've been playing around with in my own head, you know? Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, we'll put tones in the air, put sage clouds in the air. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Running low. It's slim pickings on the sage here, but I could use a sage cloud. Alrighty. Cool, there we go. I love the smell. I love it. I always think it's funny as hell when somebody can't stand sage. Like, oh yeah, I know something about you. People are like, oh, what is that smell? I'm like, that means it's working, motherfucker. So funny, man. So hilarious. I love that. One of the first day, as a matter of fact, that Leah did the farmer's market, the first day, see, she got all these sage sticks, dude. She got I don't know where the hell she found all this shit. Like all the stuff that I don't even know where she gets her stuff, on some like wholesale place, whatever. Anyway, she got probably 100 bundles of sage, little sage sticks like this. And she was selling them for like $5 a piece. Well, she would take one of them and she would set it on this, like maybe a plate, and the wind was blowing, and she would get it going and set it there. So the wind is just blowing the sage, you know? And one person complained. Like one of the other vendors that was there, this is outside, this is outdoors, man. It's not like we're burning this sage inside, you know, we're outdoors. There was one vendor that was acting like, oh, I'm having an allergic reaction to that. I mean, dude, this is a farmer's market. There's all these smells, food, and all this kind of stuff. But this right here, like, he bitched and complained. And I'm like, well, you know what that means then? You know what that means? You're demonically infiltrated, aren't you, bro? Probably. Yep. I don't know. It's just funny. It was funny. It was funny. Hang on. Let me put this out. I had to take the smoke detectors down in these rooms. So weird, man. You never... I just really think on those days when the energies were really heavy, there's been days where I have like baked the room out. I mean, you can't see your hand in front of your face. Baked it out. Nothing. Then the next day, I'd light a sage stick. And then it burns for 5 seconds and every smoke alarm in the house is going off, dude. And when one of them goes off, we got a bunch of them. We got them in every hallway, every single room, and they go all over the house. It's loud. It's loud, 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 loud. I mean, all throughout the house. So I took them down. I took them down in this room at least. In this room at least. Anyway, I'm babbling. What's up, y'all? Yeah, it probably does cleanse them. Probably. Kind of sage. I just get white sage, honestly. I just get white sage. That's what I use. And over there's this really cool mall, little ways out, called the Galleria at Sunset. I don't know any of you, if any of you Vegas locals are tuned in here, but we go to the Galleria at Sunset, and there's this little spiritual shop in there. They got little booths and they got a store where they sell these really cool. It's got like white sage, sweetgrass, and rose petals all bundled up in one bundle, and they smell super, super good. Super good. Oh. Anyway, Palo Santo, yeah, we got some of that too. She said, I don't know where she read this, but she said that the white sage is supposed to clear the negativity, and Palo Santo brings in the positive energy. I don't know. I don't even have one of those up here right now, I don't think. Anyway, y'all. Anywho. Sorry, y'all. Still waking up slow. Still waking up slow. This does the trick every time though. This does the trick. This does get me woke up. Start getting me fired up. Oh, I need to do some work on my main channel. We ended up going out to a carnival. Speaking of the Galleria at Sunset, there was a carnival right next to that mall yesterday. And that's where we ended up going and spending like all evening at this damn carnival. Oh, it was so draining. Oh, so draining. It was cool when we first got there. But to live in Vegas, I gotta learn to not let crowds bother me. I didn't used to mind it when I was in my early 20s. But now, I don't know what it is, dude. Huge crowds just suck the fucking energy. And I mean huge. I'm talking, there's every bit of 10,000 fucking people at this carnival. It was packed. Jam packed. And you can't go anywhere. You can't move. It's like, I hate it. Kids had a blast though. They had a real good time, you know. But man, once that crowd started showing up, I'm like, oh fuck, man. How much longer are we gonna be here? Oh, so anyway, that's why I didn't do any work on my main channel last night. We got home. It was late anyway. I was so damn drained. I was like, let's go to bed. Let's go to bed. But anyway, anywho though. Oh, I need to get something done. I guess let's see, where am I at? Hold on. With the October readings. Oh, y'all liking the general career that I'm putting in there? I'm digging that, man. I'm digging that. I am digging that. I have been every month for like the last 6 months. Honestly, people have been bugging me for that since I very first started. But I don't know if it's I just noticed it recently or what, but it seems like within the last 6 months, people have really been bugging me for general and career. And I've been saying, all right, I'm gonna do it. And I don't. Okay, I'm gonna go look at, because I don't watch tarot card readings anymore on YouTube. I don't. So I don't know who's doing what out there, none of that shit. So I've been saying, okay, I'm gonna go watch a career reading. And I haven't. I have no idea what's going on out there. And I never really did, honestly. Month after month, I've been saying, all right, I'm gonna do career. All right, let me do one batch of readings, like the extended or the bonuses, and then I'll do general and career. Then I'll get done with those. All right. No, I'll do it the next round, and I've just been doing this, putting it off, because I don't really know what to say. I don't have a clue what to say. Finally, I was like, man, fuck it. I was on Amazon. This is what really did it. I was on Amazon, and Amazon suggested that Oracle deck to me. Hang on, let me grab it. Hold up. You know how Amazon is it's got an algorithm too, just like fucking everything else on the internet. And it suggested to me this Oracle deck. And I don't remember what picture it was that caught my eye. It was actually, no, you know what I think it was? Hold up. It was the picture of the altar because it looks a lot like the magician's table. Hang on. Let me see. Here, yeah, this one. There's that one. I saw that. I was like, oh, that's badass. I was like, is that a tarot deck? So I clicked on it. I was like, it's an oracle deck. I was like, I gotta have this. So I went ahead and bought it, and I'm like, all right. I swear, as soon as that oracle deck, I'm gonna figure out some sort of kind of way to incorporate that in. Because the story is, this was the very first oracle deck I ever bought. Right after I very first started, back in 2018. And this is when I was living up in Maine. I was living up in Maine, and it just kicked off, and it was, you know, I accepted, okay, well, fuck, it looks like this is what I'm doing now. You know what I mean? It freaked me out a little bit at first. And I had this deck, and everything started going, the minute I started becoming successful up there in Maine, that's when everything started going south. And you could tell, looking back, it's just so funny how I was like, you were never supposed to be there, you know? But anyway, when I ended up leaving there, I just grabbed like 2 decks that I had, 1 or 2, and just hit the road. And I left this one up there. And ever since then, I've been saying, nah, eventually I'm going to add Oracle back into my readings, and I'm going to get that Divination of the Ancients again. And I finally got it a few months ago, and I'm not really feeling it. I'm really not. Thunder and Lightning. I mean, they're cool looking. I'm just not really vibing with it. I don't really, you know, Geomancy, Patience. I mean, I might be able to fortune cookie. This doesn't really look like something that I can. Dreams, incubation, feathers. See, it's cool, it's pretty. But then when Amazon recommended that to me, I was like, that looks badass. And as soon as I got it, I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some kind, and when I went, man, I was like, oh shit. It reminded me of day one all over again. Because I kind of felt, you know, when I very first started reading, I kept getting the intuitive nudge. And I fought against it for the longest time, kind of like I did with this shit, you know. And I was like, man, you know what? I honestly feel just like I did when I very first sat down for my first tarot readings on YouTube. Didn't know what was going to come out, what I was going to say, or how it was going to go, but I just did it anyway. So, anyway, I'm babbling, but I'm digging it. I'm kind of digging that little general spread. General spread there. Name of what cards? Oh, well, the first one Divination of the Ancients. This is Witch's Wisdom. Witch's Wisdom. It's cool. It's got that neat little back. It's got the silver edges. And I just think it's neat. Candles, magic. I don't know why I like this one better than the other one. I like that witchy shit, man. I've just always been drawn to that, you know? I've just always been drawn to that witchy shit. I'm a weirdo, man. I'm a weirdo. I see every time I mention it, because I don't feel like I fit into the tarot community. I don't feel like I do. You know? But every time I say that, I see somebody say, yeah, you do. Okay. Okay, maybe I do. I don't know. But I just really don't feel like I do. I don't know, like I said, maybe it's different now. But back when I first started reading tarot, let's just put it to you like this. There wasn't a whole lot of masculinity in the tarot community. Not a lot. It was very little. Very fucking little masculinity. You know, if there were dudes that were reading, they weren't very masculine. Maybe 1, maybe 2, but not very many. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Maybe it's changed now. Maybe it's different now. Maybe there are more dudes out there that have an edge more like mine. I don't know. I have no idea. No idea. But I'm not here to put on a show. I'm not here. There's more now. Okay. Well, maybe that's why people say I fit in better now. Cool. Because I felt like the fucking lone wolf in the tarot community when I first stepped in. You know. That's what I felt like. Oh my God, ain't nobody gonna listen to me. There's nobody out there like me. You know what I mean? That's what I thought. That's why I didn't even want to read. I didn't want to start doing it. I was like, there's nobody out there like me. You know, nobody's gonna want to listen to me. But anyway, that's cool that more men are waking up. You know what I mean? And stepping into, stepping into the power, because I kind of feel like it was infiltrated by design. It seems like everything is targeted towards women in the spiritual community, or at least it was. Maybe we're phasing out of that now, finally. Seems like everything was targeted towards women, for women, by women, to be nothing but feminine. And it's like, bro, you can't throw the fucking scale off balance like that. You can't. You can't. Because the whole world and everything was built for men, by men, and very, very masculine. Okay, so you think in order to fix this problem, you're just gonna kick that rock off the scale and put nothing but feminine on the other side and go clunk and knock it back off balance the other way? It's not gonna fucking work. Are you kidding me? You know what I mean? You're gonna be right back in the same pile of shit we were in before. We gotta balance this shit out, And I really feel like that's at least a part of what I'm here doing, at least in the spiritual community. You know what I mean? At least in the spiritual community. Because that is not gonna fix fucking nothing. And that's not going to fix nothing the way everything was created by design. The solution to toxic masculinity is not feminine. It's divine masculinity. Wake up. Come on, man. Because if the scale's off balance, you don't throw it off balance this way. You know what I mean? And I just refuse to believe that I'm the only one that notices this. And it feels like it was done on purpose. Feels like it was done on purpose, you know what I mean? Yep. Feels like, and I'm convinced, and I have what I consider to be proof, and I feel like it's a fact, but just for the sake of the matter, mainly because I'm too lazy to provide any of the evidence, I'm just going to say that it's speculation, and I'm just postulating a theory. I know pretty well for a fact that it was done on purpose, but just for the sake of the conversation. It feels like it was infiltrated by design. They're waking up. Well, I got an idea. They're waking up and they're figuring out that we had it all. Okay, well, I got an idea. Let's just keep the thing. Okay, let's do away with that. Let's just keep it off balance still. Let's do, I don't know, man. No, I don't follow anything. No, not really. I don't know what that means. Gabby, whatever. No, matter of fact, I think I heard that name sounds kind of sort of familiar, but no, not really. Not really. There's a specific couple of things that I've been following. Very, 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 very important things. Very important, But no, never heard of that. Never heard of that. Yeah, we got to wake up them spiritual men, and we got to. It requires dudes like me putting themselves out there to the public, being like, yo, you're allowed to wake up. You're allowed to be intuitive. You're allowed to be in touch with your feelings and your emotions and not be a girly boy. Because I personally believe that's what the majority of it is, that men are too afraid to ruin their image, They're too afraid. Oh man, I don't. Yeah, put your purse down, little spiritual boy. Put your purse down, and take your panties off and be a real man. No, motherfucker, it's not the way. People like me got to step out into the spotlight and say, yo, you're allowed. You're allowed to stop being a fucking moron. You know that, right? Fellas, I got good news for you and bad news. The bad news is that, society has pretty much programmed you to be a lot dumber than the women. Well, here's the other part of it is no, men were not naturally born that dumb. They were programmed to be that dumb. Mm-hmm. And the trap was set and they jumped in with both feet. Bit the bait, hook, line, and sinker. Glorifying being a fucking moron. Glorifying having a low IQ and being an idiot, And the fellas just jumped in with both feet, But We're working on it. We're working on it. At least me. I'm working on it. I'm sure there's other fellas out there working on it too. We're working on it. Getting these energies balanced and all that good shit. I have no idea what you ladies got going on with the divine feminine. That's not my forte. Not really. It looks like it's doing pretty good so far from what I see. But we got to get these energies balanced. Balanced. I don't have a landing point with that, but it was a good little tangent. Good little tangent. We got more Vegas locals in here. Right on. Right on. Looks like it's going to be a pretty day today out here in Vegas, don't it? Looks like it. I just can't wait until it starts cooling down. Can't wait until it starts cooling down. I'm already ready. I'm like, all right, I'm ready to take all my shorts and all my summer gear and stuff it away and pull out the pants and the hoodies. I know we still got probably like a month or two for that, but I'm counting down to those chilly days. I love it. And open the windows all night, have the windows open, get the house all cool. I bet you're over there in Alabama, ain't you? In Enchanted Cottage, over there somewhere over there. Yeah, I guarantee you it's pretty this time of year. Well, it's getting there. Getting there. Usually, let's see, when I was in Kentucky, typically it would be still summery, the end of September, first little bit of October, and then it would really start, looking and smelling and feeling like fall near the end of October. I think it's different everywhere you go. Like up in Maine, up on the East Coast. I'm trying to remember. Seemed like it started off pretty early. Yeah. I'm pretty sure right around now, you can, up there in the East Coast in New England and whatnot, you can start to see the leaves are starting to turn yellow here in the next. See, it just turned fall, right? Yeah, so in the first week of fall, I think you can kind of start smelling it a little bit. It starts changing. You notice a change when you're living somewhere where there's a lot of nature. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Remember what I said I'm doing now? Bodybuilding. It hurts. It hurts. Putting muscle on now. Oh, that reminds me, I gotta go to the store. Shit, I forgot about that. Okay, cool. I gotta go to the store and get food for my meals. Yep, some of that chicken, rice, and sweet taters. Yeah. But I'm bodybuilding now. Now that we've shredded off a bunch of fat, there's still a few pounds of fat to shred off, but, we can shred the rest of that off. And he's like, all right, we're gonna start putting muscle on now. I'm like, oh, whew. All right, let's do it then. Shit hurts, man. Woo, shit hurts. It's fun though. It's cool. It's fun. Fitness journey. I know most of you will probably do the same thing that I did. You'll climb every other mountain first and then put that off to the very last. Oh man, that's what I did. Nobody wants to hear the word fitness. As soon as you start talking about that, ears turn off. Don't want to hear about that. La 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 la. Nobody wants to hear about that because it's painful. And I'm scared of pain. But among many of the most important lessons that I've learned throughout this entire fitness journey is we live in a dualistic dimension. This is duality. The energies will balance themselves out one way or the fucking other, and that's all there is to it. It is an immutable universal law. There will be positive and there will be negative, and they will balance themselves out one way or the other. Now, when it comes to this, the suffering and the negativity that we have to experience, okay, it's going to balance itself out. Either you choose to do it or life will throw it at you. Pick your poison. Pick your poison. Either you choose to do it or life will throw it at you. That's one thing that I've noticed. Since I've started this fitness journey. Actual bad things don't really happen to me. Not really. And then I had that download that one day. It's because I'm willingly experiencing suffering. Life doesn't need to throw it at me. Doesn't need to. I'm willingly putting myself through the suffering because there will be joy and there will be suffering. Period. Period. End of discussion. You're not going to escape suffering in this life. Not in this dimension. Now, we are raising frequencies. Yes, we are. We are getting up out of the old, and eventually one of these days, yes, we will be to a point where there is no suffering. But while we're in this low, third density, thick, dense dimension, there will be happiness and there will be suffering. They have to balance each other out. And I started noticing, I haven't had anything bad happen to me. It's not to say that it can't, not to say that it won't, but that's one big thing that I've noticed. Bad things don't happen to me. And that doesn't mean I don't have bad moods. I'll have a bad mood like we were just talking about earlier, but actual things happening? Nope, doesn't happen. Life is smooth because I'm willingly engaging in the suffering. So life doesn't need to throw it at me. That makes sense? That's one of the most important. You have no idea how much I've learned on this fitness journey. A lot. And eventually one of these days, and again, that's just another program that was put into our heads by design, that your goal is to be as comfortable as possible and do as little as possible, and everything needs to be built around your physical convenience so that you'll wither away into nothing and they can just steamroll right over you. Actually getting that message to click in the minds of people that that's not what the goal is. That's not what you want. How many people work their ass off to accomplish that in their life? And then what happens? You end up fat, out of shape. You get winded walking up the stairs because you did everything you could to make your life as comfortable and convenient as possible. That's not the goal. That is not the goal. But that has been hardwired into our psyches for decades, generations. Decades and decades and generations, and that's not the goal. That's not the goal. Anyway, though, hopefully somebody needed to hear that. I'm still on the path, though, and I'm still learning, so I haven't done what I consider to be, mastering anything on this path. That's just a few things I've picked up so far on the journey. It's been a very fun, interesting journey, and yeah, it's hurt. The weirdest thing that I'm noticing now, though, is it's becoming very much like a physical addiction. Very much like a physical addiction. If I rest for too many days in a row, like if I try to take a rest day, by the second day, I'm feeling weird and kind of nauseous and dizzy. And there's this little voice in the back of my head like, we got to move. We got to move. Go run. Oh, no, today's supposed to be a rest day. I don't want it. We got to move. And then I'll go run 2 or 3 miles. Bam. Resets everything. I feel settled. That was not me 1 year ago. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I've had to reprogram myself. Fun stuff, y'all. It's fun stuff. I might be cutting this video a little short today, maybe. I got to get to the store this morning. I remember I did say that I was going to go to the store first thing in the morning and get me some chicken, rice, and sweet taters. So I might be hopping out of here in about 5 or 10 minutes. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. We shall see, said the blind man. Yeah, I ain't even ate breakfast yet. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for the positive feedback. Thanks for the positive feedback. I know these things, these videos here help. And like the couple of weeks that I accidentally went without getting on here, because I made it a routine every Saturday and Sunday morning for what, the past 6 months? It's been a long time. Maybe even more than that. How long have I been doing this every weekend morning? And if I miss a weekend, people showing up in my inbox. Where were you this morning? I forgot to tell you that we had things planned. It slipped my mind. I'm an airhead, y'all. Like the plan for today. Okay, we do have some friends coming over today, so I do remember that. We do have some friends coming over at 3. And that's all. That's all I remember. I don't remember anything else that I'm supposed to be doing today. And the funny thing is she probably told me last night. She probably told me. She probably told me to I forgot. I'm an airhead, bro. I'm an airhead. I'm an Aquarius. I can be looking right at you, engaged in conversation, and randomly, I don't know how or why it happens, I'm looking at you, engaging in conversation, and my mind goes 5 galaxies away, somewhere else. And then I'm just still sitting here nodding like I know, and I'm gone. I'm somewhere else. You know what I mean? It happens, man. It happens. It happens. Yep. Anyway, though. Anywho. Yep, I gotta go. Gotta go to the grocery store, get me some chicken, rice, sweet taters. What else? Broccoli. Chicken, rice, sweet tater. Yeah, I gotta add more protein in because, like I said, I'm bodybuilding now. So we'll see where I am in 6 months. Getting all this toned up and, you know, putting muscle on. I don't want to be no big fucking tank ass motherfucker though. I don't want that. I don't want that. I'm afraid of that. No, that's not my goal. My goal is not to be a big, no. Just kind of like a hybrid. I want to be like one of those hybrids, you know, where I can get out and run with the skinny guys and get in there and lift and push iron with the meatheads, you know, and just be somewhere in the middle there. Somewhere in the middle. Like if I was a warrior, be, you know, fit and strong, but not a big fucking refrigerator that can't walk. You know, I think that looks so stupid, man. That looks so dumb. I mean, not if there's any bodybuilders, I'm not trying to offend nobody, but I'm talking about them, you know, and I follow all these fitness pages on Instagram. So, you know, when you see the person standing up there on stage, like, and doing all that shit, and they look like you look like an alien, dude. You don't look like a human. You look like a horse on steroids. I just always thought that looked so stupid. That's not my goal. So when I say I'm bodybuilding, and that's not like that, but just to tone everything up and begin turning everything on and getting a little bit of definition, you know, in the arm muscles and the chest muscles, and it's an interesting process. It's an interesting journey. I'm already, let's see, July, August, September. I'm about 1 year and 3 months into it, not quite 1.5 years into my journey. And I can't wait to see what another 1.5 years brings. You know, it's fun stuff. I'm making this the new me. I did everything I could to avoid fitness my whole life. And now I'm like, nope. Remember, Dr. Joe Dispenza, we all want to create a new personal reality as the same personality, and it doesn't work. You literally have to become someone else. That's always in my head. I got to create a new me. I got to make this part of me. You know, I got to keep doing it over and over and over and over and over until it burns itself so deep into my subconscious mind that I'm doing it in my sleep. That's the way anything has to be done. That's the way any change is made. And being a fixed sign helps too. It helps. It helps being a fixed sign, you know. You just got to stay obsessed, stay dedicated, just stay at it and keep doing it, you know. I think my Virgo energy probably helps too. I got that moon and rising in Virgo. That helps with the physical activities, you know. So I, you know, use whatever energies you have, whatever way you need to. You. Anyway, though, it is about time for me to hop on out of here, y'all. About time for me to hop on out. Sorry, I'm cutting it a little short, about 15 minutes short this morning. But I totally, like I said, I forget my fucking plans, man. Totally forgot that I had plans to go to the store this morning, and I'm not going to full-on grocery shop, but I got to pick up a few things. So, anyway, I'm out of here. Thanks, y'all, for tuning in. I'll see you sometime later on today on my main YouTube channel, all right? Enjoy the rest of your day.